The shadow is the greatest teacher for how to come to the light. Ram Dass. I'm Ari Castleton from the Couch Kids, and with me are my fellow compatriots and educators, Andrew and Colton.
I'm Andrew, also known as Drexnaw.
And I'm Klotnox. Clotnox.
You look ridiculous.
I think you look ridiculous for not being in the roast.
Look at the size of his fucking zipper.
That is the size of a normal zipper.
Everyone, ask anyone.
Hey, look at your fly right now.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
There's no way I'm putting on one of those. Well, you guys happy? This is what you got from me.
You gotta do the name thing though.
I'm not
You gotta
doing
do
the
the. You gotta do the
promise
name
you do the
thing.
name thing.
Just do the name thing.
And I'm Roxa.
Welcome to the organization,
Great.
Roxa.
You guys wanted it, and we're doing it. Welcome to Kingdom Hearts Drunk History 2!
2.
Okay. I'm gonna just get a nice little hole in there. Okay.
Find a bubble.
Find the bubble.
Oh,
He's been perfect at this.
Shit! Fuck the
Oh, not on the cloth robe.
fucker,
3, 2, 1.
Oh my God. You guys are making such a mess. Dude, it's beating.
The hole's not big enough.
Dude, it's beating down Andrew.
Bubbles, dude.
My sleeves are sopping wet.
Let's talk about the development of Kingdom Hearts 2. Cue the pixel art.
You said we were getting into it.
This is getting into it. What do you think getting into it is?
The actual game? Just
Ari,
jumping-
guess what? The year is 2003. And Tetsuya Nomura was back on stage at the Tokyo Game Show event. He just announced Chain of Memories, and then he's like, guess what? Kingdom Hearts 2 is also coming. Everyone goes, yeah! Then he gets his team back, and they start work on Kingdom Hearts 2.
It smells like horse piss. The pleather smells so bad.
So we had straight throw up last time. It smells worse now.
It fucking...
Because Sora is going to mature in age and experience, they want to evolve and mature the combat of the game.
He's gonna kill someone. He's gonna step.
They're adding
Tetsuya
a
Nomura-
gun mechanic.
Tetsuya Nomura was like, enough of this shit. He's like, I want a better combat system. I want the gummy ship combat system to be better. I want Donald to be better.
We really went over the gummy.
Yeah,
Don't
'cause it
worry,
sucked.
gummy ships come back.
Oh, great. Fucking
Did they fix
thank
it?
you.
Did they get rid of the mechanic? Oh no! Chip and Dale just scream at you while you do it now.
chipmunks?
Yeah.
Sora, watch out! Oh no! I can't even get near you.
Also, Disney was still pretty tight locked about how they would allow him to handle King Mickey. That all goes out the window in Kingdom Hearts 2.
They went to the frozen head of Walt Disney himself, and we'll do this in pixel art. And Tetsuya Nomura is like, Disney, can we use Mickey Mouse? Disney's like, what is happening? And then they turn him off, and they're like, we got the okay.
I imagine it's like his head in a giant 8-ball where they shake it and
Yeah.
his head's bobbling around and he's like, yes!
Ask again later.
Later in 2007, Kingdom Hearts 2 was re-released in Japan as Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, where there were some retcon cutscenes. We will be focusing solely on Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, or Kingdom Hearts 2.5. It's one of, in my opinion, and still stands to this day, in my opinion, is one of the best action RPGs.
In your opinion?
In my opinion. I don't want any, That was aggressive commenting.
That was you. Guess what? That was
someone
you.
who was about to aggressively combat and be like, Dark Souls!
No, we appreciate you guys. Stop that. I
do.
One quick question before we start. What's his full name?
Tetsuya
Nomura.
Tetsuya Nomura. Is he a con man?
Well, he's certainly stolen a lot from my wallet.
Yeah, so that kind of, yeah.
And there's a new light, yeah. Angels in flight.
When I was younger, I thought she was speaking German. But in fact, I found out that in the song, she's actually just saying a sentence, but it's playing backwards. You know what she's saying, though? It's pretty hot.
I need more affection than you know.
I'll be in my hood.
Where'd your hands go?
The hands like go in.
Okay.
Here we fucking go.
Only took 30 minutes.
That's pretty good.
I'm saying that as a good thing. Chain of
All right.
Memories
No,
was
not
a.
bad.
Do we do Chain of Memories?
He's
We
forgotten it all.
absolutely did Chain of Memories.
I don't know. The game opens up. We're seeing flashes of the events from Kingdom Hearts 1. Things are kind of glitching out. Kyrie's like, you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? All of a sudden, a boy wakes up and he's like,
It's not Sora.
it's not Sora. It's Roxas.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is very similar to the beginning of the first game.
That's very similar to the beginning of all of the games. The boy wakes up. Why is everyone so sleepy? Cole's trying out a new laugh. Yeah. We'll see.
There's been a couple. I hate that.
Fucked up.
It's fucked up.
So he wakes up and he's like, I keep having dreams about this boy. I know nothing about this boy. Why do I keep having these dreams about him?
Roxas is voiced by Jesse McCartney, by the
Yo.
way. It's pretty funny.
And he looks out the window and we are in Twilight Town.
Do you remember Twilight Town, Ari?
It was in
No.
Chain of Memories?
Yes.
Yes. Vexen gave him the card to Twilight Town. What did he say?
Who?
Right. He says, ooh.
He's an owl. That's
He's an
right.
owl.
He says, this is a card from
Other side
Stop.
of your heart.
Stop it.
He joins his friends Hainer, Pence, and Olette in their usual kind of hangout spot, right?
These are his friends? Hence?
Yo, come on,
Be
dude.
nice to Pence,
Yo,
bro.
Pence doesn't deserve
Dog
that.
Street? His shirt says Dog Street.
Leave him alone.
And they're trying to enjoy their last week of summer vacation, but these weird things keep happening to them. And it all starts with a picture thief in town.
They think that Roxas and the gang are the thieves because all the photos are of Roxas.
And the town is furious. You like go up to different shops and they're like, hey, fuck you. This thief even stole the word photos.
I don't know if you could.
I can't understand what you're saying. The thief stole all of your words.
Yep.
Everything you're saying is beeped out.
He
No,
stole all the
it's
words.
just out.
Hello?
I can't.
Ari?
That's
Rixa,
crazy.
are you
Rixa,
there?
are you there?
I definitely don't like this.
They find the thief. The thief is this
Wait.
dusk.
I-
Dude,
yeah, I'm
Ari,
about it.
moves so seductively.
Bro,
All right, I'm going to do the motions.
Yeah.
You like this?
Yeah.
Bum, bum,
I do like it.
like this?
Wow. And they
It's
make
like-
this like rubber noise where it's like wow, wow, wow.
So Roxas chases it down and he tries to beat it with the club, but it doesn't work. All of a sudden, a keyblade appears in his hand. The Kingdom Key, the one that Sora has. He's like, what is this thing? What is happening? And why am I so turned on by this dusk? And then he beats the dusk, and then he beats it. All right, put this on your head.
How would I do that?
Just put it on top of your head.
Under the hood?
Under the hood.
Dude.
It's so far back in there, you can't even see it.
Insane.
I'm so fucking thirsty, dude.
And then the screen glitches out. Restoration at 12%. From the previous game, you know that Sora is in the egg and he's getting his memories restored. We go back to the secret lab where Diz and a person in a black cloak are doing
So much.
All right, this is dense. This is
the
a dense.
beginning.
This
Fuck,
is, dude,
dude, I
you're not even
can't.
fucking ready, man.
So many papers on me already.
Get it together. Diz says, oh shit, the organization has found us. Namine has to hurry.
Is that Christopher Lee?
It's Sir Christopher Lee.
You have
He's been
your
knighted.
I can't be your new thing.
That's my new thing.
We go back to Twilight Town. They're like, all right, this is crazy. Let's raise some money so we could go to the beach. This town is so starved for entertainment that they will pay you to hit a balloon in the air as many
Yeah.
times as you can before it touches the ground.
Yeah.
I need another drink.
That's one way to use the cloak.
I'm sure this happens in the game.
It happens in game all the time. Ah! Olette gave him a wallet full of the money. They said, Roxas, you hang on to the money.
They go to the train station. Roxas walks up and a man in a cloak grabs him and he goes, "Can you feel Sora?" And he's like, "What?" And he turns around, the guy is gone. The guy just stole all of our money, so...
Oh, and they got robbed? I just want to like go by the play-by-play. So this guy's like trying to go on this like spiritual, like, do you feel this like essence? And he's like, no, like I know. And then he's like, well, fuck. And he grabs his wallet too.
Yeah.
He robs him, dude.
The next day, things get fucking crazier. He wakes up and he walks out. Time freezes. And he's like, what the fuck is happening? And Namine pops up. She looks at him like Bradley Cooper in A Star is Born. And she's like, I just want to get a good look at you. And then she disappears.
Kinda true.
And then Roxas follows her. Namine is like, do you remember your true name, Roxas? And Roxas is like, what are you talking about? Before he can answer, the man in the hood grabs Namine.
You're that pickpocket.
And he's like,
You've said a fucking enough.
he's not ready.
Can you imagine if the guy in the cloak had like a new watch on? Can I have my wallet back? And he's like, what?
The man, the pickpocket, he throws Roxas back through the portal and he goes back to Twilight Town. The TV screen glitches again and it goes, restoration 48%.
It's what you wanted. Apparently this is the big one.
This is
you
the
guys
big
keep
one.
saying that.
One of us is gonna die on camera.
I really felt like the last one
Was the big one?
was the big one.
What are you talking about?
No reason.
So back in the lab, Diz is like, what the fuck is Namine doing?
I can't control her. He gets so mad.
As long as she restores Sora, I don't care what happens to Jesse McCartney. The next day, Roxas participates in a game called Struggle. And you may be asking yourself, hey, Andrew, what is Struggle?
What is
and
it?
I'm here to tell you. It is a game where children beat each other with foam bats until they lose their balls and they pass the fuck out.
That's true.
This is true. I love the struggle tournament. And you know what Tetsuya Nomura didn't do? He didn't put the fucking struggle tournament back into Kingdom Hearts 3. When Cypher gets beaten and he goes, ooh, come back in 10 years. Well, guess what, Nomura? I came back 10 years later and you didn't fucking put it in the game.
No, that
No,
was
that's
super
great.
cool.
That's a great point.
I like
that's
that.
That's a great point.
Oh man,
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having my back on that one.
I wasn't comfortable before, but now I am comfortable. That was thanks to Colton.
So he's about to win when time freezes again. Axel appears and he's like, Roxas, all right, fight.
Is Roxas his special little boy?
It's his son.
Might be his special little
No, it's not. It's not his son, and it's not that either. And Roxas is confused. He's like, "Who the hell are you, dude? You're the one I want to chase. You're the one I want to hold. I don't want another minute go to waste. I want you and your beautiful soul." Roxas pops up and he's like, I don't know who you are. And Axel's like, I'm your boy, Axel. And you are organization member 13. You are the Keyblade's chosen one. And I'm here to rescue you from this digital world that Diz created. All of a sudden, Diz appears and he's like, whoa, okay, that man is like really crazy. Don't
so like that's
don't-
crazy.
that man
what
is
he
so
just
crazy.
said.
Do
Yeah.
not listen to this man.
Unzipped his little
Roxas. And Roxas is looking back and forth between Diz and Axel, and he doesn't know who to believe.
Roxas.
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 Roxas. And Roxas is like, hey, nah! And then he closes his eyes and he's
names.
transported back to real life, where it turns out he won. And he looks down and he sees a bloody child at his feet. And he's like, what have I done? Just kidding.
We got to make a couple things clear.
Oh man.
In this tournament, Roxas fights Cypher from Final Fantasy VIII alongside Fu and Rai. The person that he beats just now, though, is Vivi from Final Fantasy IX. Tetsuya Nomura was really not wanting to put Vivi in the game because the only characters that he puts in the Kingdom Hearts games are usually characters that he designed himself. So the drama is Hironobu Sakaguchi is the grandfather of Final Fantasy as we know it. He created Final Fantasy IX, which Vivi is in. He was fired from Square Enix after he created a movie called The Spirits Within, starring Alec Baldwin, and it flopped really fucking hard. And so Sakaguchi had to step down. Tetsuya Nomura was a little skittish about including Vivi. Tetsuya Nomura's team, they were so excited, everyone fucking loves Vivi. They included Vivi in the game. But
You know who is in the game? Alec Baldwin. He just pops up into the game.
He's in the struggle tournament.
Yeah, you beat Alec Baldwin in the struggle tournament.
He goes, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, ooh.
The gang celebrates Roxas's win, and Roxas slips from the top of the tower. The screen cuts to black.
Should we cheers to our sea salt ice cream?
It tastes suspiciously like Gatorade and vodka. We heard your feedback. We are gonna take it easy. The comments will be right here, as you can see. We appreciate everybody's concern, and we're pacing ourselves this time.
Yes.
The counter hasn't stopped. The comments are still coming up, and we're good. Everybody's good.
Are you good
and we're,
right now?
And we're drinking responsibly. We are now cutting away to Destiny Island. Kyrie is walking with Selfie, and she's like, I remember hanging out with two guys. I remember Riku, but I don't remember the other guy. And just then, she hears Roxas's voice as he's falling, and he's like, ah! Help! I'm falling! You gotta help me, Namine! And Kyrie's like, that's not my name. I'm Kyrie. She just learned her name, so she's very proud of it. And Roxas is like, you're the girl the boy from my dream likes. And Kyrie's like, wait, you know the boy? Sora's voice pops in, and he goes, you don't remember me? My name starts with an S. Bye! And Kyrie has a brain blast, and she's like, Sora. She runs to the beach, and she writes a message in a bottle. She chucks it in the water.
This is important for later.
And Kyrie's like, this is gonna reach Sora.
This would probably be the best way to get in touch with someone. Just chuck a bottle in the ocean.
You forgot.
All right, whenever I want to get in contact with you,
Yeah,
I
that's
actually
right.
write a message in a bottle.
And then when I go to the
Los
beach,
Angeles.
maybe once or twice a year, I find the
Do
bottle.
you find the bottle?
And it says like, want to hang out this Saturday?
So back in the lab, Diz says to the man in the hood, he's like, oh my god, we're so fucking close.
Do you see Colton like face?
What?
So I am going to.
He's made it, how long has he made it?
An hour.
I made it an hour in this thing. I'm sweating. I'm so.
Sopping wet.
Dude, what the fuck, man? This is what happens to me.
By the way, who are you? And the man unveils his cloak, and it's Ansem, Seeker of Darkness.
He's the one who's been pickpocketing?
We need to make especially clear right now. It's Ansem.
And we will stop and we will do Ansem. You get it?
No.
Okay, so he's like, my name is
Ansem.
And it looks like
Ansem.
And Diz laughs. He's like, nice to meet you.
Ansem.
We now cut away to...
Ansem.
We're in this organization meeting. It's called Organization 13, so there's 13 organization members, but some of them died in Chain of Memories. They're like, Axel, we know that Roxas is your boy. You gotta kill him, man. And Axel's like, fine, I'll kill it, child.
Axel, baby.
We cut away from that. Roxas, after falling, and he's like, whoa, that was weird. I fucking fell off a whole building, but I'm fine. Goes to visit the mansion, and he talks to Namine, and she shows him the worst drawing of Sora, Donald, and Goofy
How dare you?
you have ever seen in your life.
Who
That's
needs
right.
details, man? You can tell clearly who that is. We
it's not
uplift
terrible.
young artists around here.
Nope.
Working hard.
She clearly isn't working hard enough. Namine finally lets Roxas in on what she's been doing. She's like, I've been trying to restore Sora's memory. And he's like, I don't know who that is. And she's like, well, Sora needs you. You actually complete him. You were never supposed to exist.
That's fucked up.
And
We don't say
Roxas,
that.
dude, Roxas is like, Jesus Christ, Namine.
He's like, come on, dude.
Fucking
Mommy
accident.
and daddy got
Mommy
together
and made a big mistake. He needed a little.
Are we still in like the incubation cube
Are you-
or whatever?
So-
We're still in the tutorial.
So, this is dense. It gets better. 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 So now he's like, whoopsie, sorry about that. So we're back. Another glitch, and the glitch is like, I'm so fucking close. So fucking close.
Edging,
I'm
like-
so close. I cut back to Twilight Town. He goes to his friends. They can't hear or see him. They even look at a photo of the gang, and Roxas isn't in it. Or if you died in an organization,
Open casket. I'm still wearing it.
it is somehow imperative to like maintaining your body.
If I take it off, his organs will
rigor mortis
explode.
is set
Yeah.
in, and you
will
cannot
shit
get
himself.
that fucking
Time freezes again, and you hear Diz like Yoda.
Roxas, to the mansion.
Roxas runs to the mansion. He finds Namine and all of her beautiful drawings. She tells him, you actually were part of Organization 13. You left. And Roxas remembers now. He's like, I did. And I was friends with Axel. Organization 13 is a group that is searching for Kingdom Hearts. We don't know why.
We don't know what that is.
The heart of all worlds.
Did they go there in the first game?
Oh my god.
Let me ask you a question. What do you do when you sit there and you look at us for 4 hours every time? I'm actually genuinely serious.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you do?
I'll be honest. Sometimes I cut in and out, and I'll come back. We'll be like
fucking-
so far ahead,
Yeah.
and I'll just have to be like, oh no way!
Oh fuck, that's huge.
That's crazy.
Just then, Diz appears and he silences Namine. You
Namine.
You have said enough. Time for the other half of Sora to be reunited. Grabs her and they vanish through a portal. Roxas travels through the castle and he's confronted by Axel.
Roxas goes, but like we were friends. And Axel goes, oh, you really do remember me. I'm so flattered.
Roxas pulls out 2 keyblades in his fucking hands.
How is he holding those? Will that get answered? Will that honestly get answered?
that will honestly get
answered. And they fight. And it's like commands. He defeats Axel, right? And he's like, I'll be waiting for you in the next life.
This might be a part 2.
No.
You gotta haul ass. Andrew, I'm on page 1 of 14.
Okay, Ari, if it makes you feel better, I am on page 5 of 14. That does make me. Yes, it
That
does.
shouldn't. If you're Roxas, he was a part of an organization where he made a friend who now is out to kill him.
Yeah.
And he has no memory because some dude shoved him into a computer program because he was like, you shouldn't exist. You should actually go back to the person that you came from and end your life. If he has a little anger, that's what it's from. I'm my own person, dude. And everyone keeps telling him that, no, you're not. First bathroom break.
You know when you like break up and you need to like start dressing better, you gotta like hit the gym.
Yeah.
Dressing better.
Obviously.
I mean, the gym part kind of comes with this. I look big, like, right?
I almost threw up. Roxas
Yes.
continues throughout the castle. He finds the memory chamber room.
Isn't the egg in Castle Oblivion?
So they moved it, I guess.
moved it.
It's probably a U-Haul.
Never thought about that before.
Yeah.
That makes me mad.
The
And then
in between.
and then Axel's got to refill it before
He's got to
returning
refill it. The gas has to be the same thing.
But you want to do it close to the
Close
return.
to right. They saved the
And
they
he's
saved
like,
they saved
"It's
the bit
more
of money.
expensive here.
Diz shows up. Roxas goes, I fucking hate you so much. You know what? That's good. You should share some of that hatred with Sora because he's way too nice. Diz kind of eggs him on, and when Roxas does that, it opens the memory chamber, and we see Sora floating there asleep.
Like a naked, fleshy.
He's naked. So he walks up to Sora in the egg. He looks at Sora and he goes,
You're lucky.
"Looks like my summer vacation's over." And then Kingdom Hearts 2 pops up on
we
screen.
just started.
Hell yeah.
Dude. Roxas now resides within Sora's heart. This is not the first time someone has resided in Sora's
Kairi
heart.
does.
And it won't be the last, my friends.
wait.
Sora is a motherfucking heart tank.
We're gonna go make a pee-pee.
We got pee-pee break.
We gotta go make a pee-pee. Alright, you have to make a pee-pee?
Sora's story begins. Boom.
Clap.
Sora wakes up. He sees Donald and Goofy. They're like, Yahoo! You go, what the fuck just happened? Hey, why don't we ask the journal, huh? So Jiminy the fucking cricket pops out of the hood and he's like, okay, yeah, let's check out my journal because I've been journaling this whole time. He opens up his journal. It says, thank nominate.
That's right.
They're like, oh my God, dude, fuck. Yeah, they're like, why do we even keep you around? And Goofy's like, okay, Donald, take it easy. And Donald's like, no, you know what? Fuck this cricket.
So Sora, Donald, and Goofy remember everything up until the end of Kingdom Hearts 1. Sora, Donald, and Goofy go, well, fuck it. We might as well just go explore around, see where the fuck we are. And they enter Twilight Town. Sora is like, dude, I kind of feel like I've been here before. Donald and Goofy are like, well, we haven't, so I don't know what you're feeling. We know as the players that the other side of his heart.
Look at your camera, man.
Nah, bro.
Now I'm on Colton's side. I'm not even mad at it anymore.
Why?
Every time that you talk, if you could actually look directly
No,
into that camera,
stop it.
that would actually be preferable. The audio doesn't pick up.
No,
like I
it's-
always have to put
It's
subtitles.
Bad. It's bad.
I always
on
have
both,
to put
It's
subtitles.
bad on both sides.
I think it's pretty funny.
It's your problem.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy come across the Twilight Town gang, but this time they're not the Data Twilight Town gang, the real Hayner, Pence, and Olette. Holy shit, you're Sora, Donald, and Goofy? Some dude was looking for you with big ears.
Mickey Mouse?
King Mickey! They go to the station to find King Mickey, and they come across a horde of nobodies.
The sexiest little things you've ever seen.
But the nobodies overwhelm them. And they're like, yo, we're gassed out. We're tired. We just woke up from our nap. Guess who comes to fucking save them? Fucking Mickey!
We've barely gotten Mickey.
And he just makes quick work of
That
these
sticky
nobodies.
Mickey.
They go, oh my God, the king! King Mickey's like, shh. And he hands them a pouch of money.
Dude, Mickey doesn't even look at the gang. He's like, take this and leave.
We have to move on. Mickey runs off. Donald and Goofy are like, well, we found the king. I guess he's okay. Then Sora's like, well, my mission is to find Riku, and then we're gonna go back to the islands and be with Kairi. Just as they're about to get on this train, they're met by Hayner, Pence, and Olette. This is really weird, but we just felt like we should see you off. Sora starts to cry as they're saying goodbye, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? As the audience, we know this is Roxas.
Don't look at my camera.
They board the train and they fuck off. There's a quick cutscene where we see Ansem with Naminé and Axel. Axel and Naminé are like, you're supposed to fucking kill us, right? Ansem is like, no, I owe you one from the events of Castle Oblivion.
Confusing, right?
And a little confusing, right?
Ansem didn't help any of them in Castle Oblivion. That's confusing.
That is confusing.
That's very confusing.
Naminé and Axel decide there's someone that they want to see. So they dip out into a corridor of darkness.
Sorry.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy jumps on this magical train, and they end up at the mysterious tower. This big oaf standing in front of the doors. The big cat himself.
Is it Pete?
It's Pete. Jim Cummings, anyone? Jim Cummings as Pete is standing in front of the tower, and he's like, I sent some Heartless in there. And
great.
those Heartless are gonna turn old Yensid
What are you talking about,
into a
Pete?
Heartless.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
and that's exactly what the gang says.
What the fuck, man?
And they're like, who are you? He turns around. He's wearing a full zipper bodysuit because that's what you wear when you're in Kingdom Hearts. Donald and Goofy are like, Pete, how the fuck are you here? Because Queen Minnie banished him to another dimension for fucking around in Toontown. In Birth by Sleep, we find out that Pete was cheating at a Mario Kart game. And so they banished him to another dimension. So he's like, oh, Maleficent busted me out of the dimension world. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are like, well, that's really funny because guess what? We killed her.
Yeah,
And
dragon.
Pete's like, what? You did that to her?
He wants to build an army of Heartless for Maleficent.
Pete mentions that the whole tower belongs to Yensid. The ganger's like, Mickey's teacher? Hell yeah. They don't care about Pete. They run off up the tower.
I think Andrew misspelled it.
Andrew, you have something to get off your chest
You
about
have ended the
Yensid.
last.
I've ended the last 2 videos. Whip pan. Yensid's a bitch. Yensid is a fucking bitch. He is a retired asshole who's done absolutely nothing but sit in a desk.
As far as we know, he's done nothing.
Yensid can suck my ass. I hate him. He sucks. He's never once made a difference in this series.
Lastly-
and don't come at me with like, oh, in Kingdom Hearts 3, guess what? He's not a real fucking wizard. Go ahead.
They run up this tower. They reach Yensid. Everyone like approaches him with fucking reverence, talking about.
Disgusting. They kneel before Yensid, who's this old fuck. And Sora's just like, hey, how's it going? And Donald goes, fucking kneel. I'm not even fucking joking with you.
Not joking.
Donald says, show some respect.
Yensid sets them up
Fuck
on
you.
the start of Kingdom Hearts 2. 1, the Heartless are back. 2, if someone of a strong will is turned into a Heartless, then their body that they leave behind begins to act of a will of its own. This becomes a nobody. Yensid spreads nobody propaganda. Nobodies are an empty vessel. They have no hearts and they feel nothing. And even if they act like they feel something, they're just pretending. That's a fucking lie. It's very clear that nobodies do have hearts and they do have feelings and they express those feelings. If given enough time to create their own memories, will develop hearts of their own.
Now, would a civil leader spread propaganda? No. Would a bitch spread propaganda?
The last thing that Yensid does is tell them that there is an Organization 13 that controls the lesser nobodies. They themselves are nobodies, but they're powerful. They should be wary of Organization 13. Uh-oh. He sounds like he's having a battle of his own in there. I can't tell you how behind we are.
Don't say that, dude. It's 10:30.
I'm trying.
Don't say we're behind.
We got like another 3 hours at best.
No, we don't.
I'm dead serious.
Andrew, do we have 3 hours? We got like 2. I want to go home by 11. Is that possible?
No.
Fuck you.
He's still peeing.
He has an enormous bladder.
Yensid, he roasts them on Sora's fit. Yo, Sora, you're still wearing that Kingdom Hearts 1 bullshit? Go talk to the 3 fairies from Sleeping Beauty. Then he walks in another room. They bitch about what they're gonna make the color of his outfit, whatever. They shoot light at him and they turn him into his new fit.
It's cool.
Yensid comes up with some bullshit excuse as to why they have to use the gummy ship again. Yay! Everyone's favorite minigame. The gummy ship is back.
Ari, stay with us.
Ari, come on now. A crow shows up. Maleficent's crow. And
thought
it
she was
carries
dead.
in Maleficent's dead-ass cape and drops it on the ground. And the fairies are like, oh, that's the cloak that belongs to... And then one of them is a dumbass and goes, it's Maleficent! Maleficent starts to form from her cloak.
That's how you can bring her back to life. That seems
all
so
This
easy.
is some retcon bullshit.
What the fuck? Like
About
Ari.
time travel.
You can never die.
Ari, what you just saw
What you just saw.
will be explained 10 years later.
Fucking multiple games 10 years later.
When the world needed Yensid the most, he fucked off. He vanished to where?
Where's the
artist.
first world that the gang goes to?
Hercules.
Hollow booty asshole. The hollow booty asshole that we're in right now is actually not the castle that we were in. It's the shambles of the town that used to
town.
exist there.
Yep.
When the worlds were reformed, everything came back together. They jump out of their gummy ship and they immediately see Heartless. What the fuck? All right. They come across our favorite ninja from Final Fantasy VII, Yuffie! The gang's all gathered at Merlin's house. Why don't you get there? They're reunited with their favorite Final Fantasy gang, Leon, Yuffie, Aerith, and Sid.
7 zippers on.
Yo! So I got a comment
Lulu.
here talking about Lulu wears a dress of belts. Ari, think about an article of clothing.
Shoes.
Imagine if it was belts.
And they have formed what they call the Hollow Bastion Restoration Committee. And they're looking to restore Hollow Bastion to its once former booty glory. Sora explains to Leon and the gang about the organization. Then the organization shows up. Guess what? They call themselves Organization 13, but there's only 6 of them. 6 of them show up, and they all like kind of throw some roasts at Sora, whatever, no one cares.
They just appear and, hey, fuck you. Nice new clothes, it's a
Wait,
little
who's
bit
that?
better.
Those actually fit very nicely and appropriately on you.
I hope you don't wear
Nice
plaid.
new fit.
Go fuck yourself.
I hope
shoes.
Jensen
is a bitch.
is a bitch.
A character from the organization approaches Sora. He kind of like teases him, eggs him on a little bit, and he's like, come on, let's fight, you know? And Sora's like, well, we're gonna fucking make quick work of you. And he goes, that would work if I were just any old dude, but there's nothing old about me. This foreshadows shit way beyond the realm of Kingdom Hearts 2. The last thing he says to Sora is he laughs and he's like, that's right, he used to make that same face. And he's referring to Roxas. That kind of gets under Sora's skin a little bit. This guy pieces.
Be a good boy now.
They go, and they got to go to the next world. We're going to rip through these.
You're gonna rip through some of these Disney worlds. The first place you go is you go to Beast Castle, where you solve.
First place you go is Mulan.
You have an option. Fuck. All right, here we go. You go to Mulan.
Okay.
Sora gets punched in the fucking face, and then he's like, hey, he just slugged me.
After Mulan, then you go to Beast Castle, and you end up solving some of their like marital issues. That's like your main objective. And then the next world you go to is the underworld. You meet Meg.
She still got that voice, too.
Colton, please.
Meg is like, I love Hercules, but all he does is work. Hercules is like, I have to keep punching things because people love when I punch things. That's my job. And
Phil literally says, we got a sold out stadium. You gotta keep punching shit.
Yo, the funniest thing about it is they cut to Hercules punching things for a packed Coliseum.
Yeah.
The Coliseum is empty. He looks like a madman.
Hercules has been just going at it at the Coliseum. He needs a fucking break. I went to try to talk to Hades, but I can't get to him. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are like, yo, we can get to fucking Hades. We dealt with that clown before. So they make their way to Hades.
You team up with Auron.
From Final Fantasy X.
Hades is like, all right, well, guess what? I'm gonna kill Hercules. I'm gonna send out the Hydra. And so, but Hercules is like, I'm so tired. I'm not even a hero anymore. I can't even do it anymore. And Sora's like, fucking, all right, I'll fucking do it. You're killing the Hydra, and every 2 seconds, Phil is like, get on the Hydra's back! Ari doesn't stop. He just keeps going. Get on the Hydra's back!
If you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, this is an iconic line.
All right, I'll check the batteries real quick.
Here, I'll just do a couple reactions so you guys can use them. What? Oh,
We're not gonna get
This one's got 100.
that's crazy.
right, so
What? Colton, you wanted to do this, dude.
Set an alarm for 30 minutes. After you go through all of those Disney worlds, you get a distress signal from Minnie. They all go back, and there's this like awkward moment between Minnie and Goofy. And Goofy's like, Minnie, you're looking well.
fit.
And Minnie's like, hi Goofy, you never called. I know what this was, and I'm happy for you.
All right, you should start recording. Oh! No.
So she takes them to this place deep within the castle called the Cornerstone of Light. It prevents darkness from entering that world. Minnie's like, you know what? It's been compromised and there's thorns all around it. So Maleficent appears as a mirage and she says, I'm gonna take it over. You like this little ball, do you? Of light? Well, guess what?
It's a sexy little ball.
It's a sexy little ball. The only way I can take over this castle is if I fuck up your little ball of light, your little sexy ball of light. Maleficent's goal in this game,
all we know,
is to find property and real
castle.
estate. And she disappears. And Sora goes, what a hag. Let's call the best wizard we know to fix this.
Sid.
No.
They
call Merlin. An actual wizard
who
reports for duty.
Who actually fucking shows up and gets the shit done. Merlin is just as old and just as fragile.
He never stopped grinding, though.
Just as fucking powerful.
He never stopped grinding,
dude. The grind don't stop for Merlin, dude. So Merlin shows up to save the real fucking day.
Yeah.
He creates a doorway to the past so that they can go protect this orb of light from Pete and Maleficent, because somebody must have access to some door to fuck with this. There's only one reason why that's happening.
I miss my family.
All right, shut up. Your family will see you soon.
I don't think so. I don't think they will.
They go through the door that Merlin created, and they see the cornerstone of light before the castle was built over it. In this section, it's black and white. The sound is all muffled.
They find Peg Leg
from Steamboat Willie. They beat the fuck out of him, and he's like, "It's not me. I say I didn't do nothing." They're bludgeoning him.
He's got a wooden leg.
He is a veteran.
He's a fucking veteran.
Thank you for your service, Peg Leg Pete. So they direct him to regular Pete, and for some reason, regular Pete looks like regular Pete in this world. It's just two Petes. They defeat him. The real villain of this world are the taxis. They're fucking assholes. Let's build taxis, but let's make them invincible, and you can't
90% of the time.
You can't block them, and we get flashbacks, and you find out that Pete was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. I wish I could go back. I want to do something for Maleficent. And for some fucking reason, a door appears to Pete. He just wishes upon a star, and he gets access to the past. Ari, put down your phone. Ari, tell your wife that you'll be home tomorrow.
What?
Fuck you. They're able to save the cornerstone of light. They go back to the Disney castle, and the thorns are gone. In that room, they're gone. And Daisy Duck storms into the room, and she's like, "You could have called every once in a while, Donald." Daisy chases Donald around this room. Donald's like, "Sora, help me." Everybody in the room laughs at the domestic abuse. And in the Japanese version of the game, Ari, Daisy spanks Donald.
Wait, really?
I shit you not. And then there's another awkward moment between Goofy and Minnie.
That doesn't happen.
He's like,
No.
all right, I guess I'll see you. Goofy's like, all right, well,
Minnie's
I don't know.
clearly in contact with King Mickey.
I'm pretty busy. I guess I'll have my phone, but like I'm a bad texter, so like maybe I won't see your messages. And Minnie's like, that's fine. I get it.
Phones don't come into play until Kingdom Hearts 3.
You're a busy guy. Don't even worry about it, Goofy. I don't even feel like Mickey is off doing his thing. I'm not even worried about it. I love him. I love him.
I love him.
You do more fucking Disney worlds. You go to the Pirates of the Caribbean
Jack
world.
Sparrow?
You find out that the Aztecs and Hernan Cortez canonically exist in Kingdom Hearts.
That's
right.
Human history is canonized now.
That's right. You also go through Halloween Town. You also go through Pride Rock.
Pete is a cat. He could just still be a cat.
Why is Goofy a turtle? So then you also go to Agrabah.
Please stop including it.
Stop.
It's over.
And then you also go through Atlantica. And they decide that you're not gonna defeat Heartless. You're actually gonna play a rhythm game.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, I love all those songs. I hope they don't write any original ones.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
they write some original songs, and
That's
they
a lot
go
of effort.
swim and splash all around,
splashing.
having fun and in the sun and having a finny fun.
We get a cutscene of the Destiny Islands. Pluto comes through a corridor of darkness, and he's like,
It's me, Pluto, from the Mickey world.
Axel shows up, and he's like, hey, Kyrie, like, we're friends. why don't you follow me?
Sounds legit.
And she's like, you're not acting very friendly. And then she runs off with Pluto.
Is Pluto evil?
Pluto's evil in this one.
Seeker of Barkness.
Handsome Seeker of Barkness.
So she ends up in Twilight Town. Later, it's kind of revealed that Ansem is the one who helped them out there and escaped them from trouble.
Because Ansom's been doing a lot of good deeds in this.
Exactly.
Hansom's been doing a lot of suspiciously good deeds
That hot
lately.
man
If I had to guess, I would say that Ansem has been doing some suspicious
What? He's doing some suspicious things. That is so weird.
She goes, yeah, I'm looking for my friend Sora. And they're like, oh, guess what? We know a Sora. And he said he would come back here. So why don't you just kick it with us?
Is that all she does?
Yep.
It's almost like Kyrie. It's almost like Kyrie doesn't factor into any. It's almost like
She's
Kyrie.
like a major player.
It's almost like Kyrie doesn't play into any major role into the game whatsoever. It's almost like she doesn't actually do anything.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy, they go to Twilight Town. Vivi is like, help! Oh my god! People are attacking us! Sora, Donald, and Goofy kick these berserkers' asses, and Sayax reveals himself. Hey, I'm here looking for Axel. Like, he's not acting in the organization's best interest. Sayax warns Sora that Axel will stop at nothing to turn Sora
The fuck? Whoa! That was hot.
That was really cool.
into a Heartless. So Axel is like, if I can turn Sora into a Heartless, then I will get to see Roxas again. Sayax, he creates a corridor of darkness and he's about to dip. Sora's like, hey Donald, let's chase after him. And then Donald's like, how come? And then Sora's like, well, because he's gonna take us to the stronghold, right? Like that would be sick. And then Sayax is like, I can literally hear you two. You should probably not do that. You might end up like your doofus dipshit friend Riku. What? You know about Riku? And then he dips.
All right, just put that on the floor next to every other fucking thing that I've given you.
The ones that you thoughtfully organized.
That I've thoughtfully organized and give it. Okay.
Pence shows up and he's like, yo, Sora, we got this girl Kyrie. You better come to the station. They all meet at the station. He said, so where's Kyrie? Where the fuck is she? And they're like, she was hanging out with us. And then this dude, Axel, showed up
Just here.
and just kidnapped
It's
her.
almost like you shouldn't trust Pence with anything.
Now the mission, defeat Organization 13, find Kyrie, find Riku, and find the king.
Yeah.
Yep. So before it was just like one or two parts. Now it's
moving.
now it's more parts.
All right, over here.
Look at the record.
Listen over here and stop.
Look at the record.
Yep.
The record. This is the record.
This is the
This is
record.
what
Yeah,
it's
I don't
about.
want it in front of you.
This is what it's about.
Then there's a quick cutscene. Sayax is in the organization meeting room and he's talking to Xemnas, the leader of the Organization 13. Yo, I did what you wanted. I talked to Sora. And Xemnas is like, yo, you did good because you planted seeds of doubt in Sora's head. And that's going to get him to do our bidding.
I want to go home.
Ari, you're not going home.
I think I parked in the 2 hours spot.
Tell your wife you're not coming home this weekend. We return to Halaburiaso.
So on the way to the castle, they bump into a few people. The trio from Final Fantasy X-2. It's hinted that Stitch is running around on the ceilings. I don't know why he's here. No one knows. Tifa from Final Fantasy VII is also rummaging around.
Oh, we got you.
He's
You're
awake.
back. He's back. He's back.
So Tifa's rummaging around and she's like, hey, I'm looking for a dude with spiky hair. And Sora's like, me? And she's like, no, spikier, dude. She's like, well, I'm just gonna look around myself. She starts kicking shit in the walls and everything. Leon appears.
The Restoration Society has found Ansem's computer. Right?
Oh no!
Oh no.
What's on his computer?
So they're like,
This one says taxes.
Some step heartless. It's like, oh, step heartless.
I'm
Step
stuck.
Heartless
I'm
is
stuck.
stuck in the
Step
water.
Heartless. My step nobody.
I'm stuck.
If you know what we're talking about, we're not sick. You're sick.
And they try opening the computer, but it won't open. Then the computer is like, intruder, I am the movie Tron or something. And they get sucked in. Beep, beep. Tron is like, the computer is all fucked up. This computer used to run very peacefully up until a few years ago. But then there was a hostile takeover of this program. Ari, this is very important. I don't understand why you're taking this so lightly.
Going into my hood.
No, don't go into your hood. No, he went into his hood. Tron, they go on an adventure with Tron, and Tron is like, yo, I don't know if you know this. The owner of this computer is Ansem the Wise.
Yeah.
And they're like, Ansem the Wise? He's actually not so wise. He's actually a bad guy.
As we know him, he's pretty bad.
He was a ship. Tron is like, thank you so much. You helped me. We will figure this shit out. Go back to your regular world.
I'll hit him.
Can
I'll
we get a
him,
cleanup
man.
on? Can we get cleanup on? Colton?
Thank you. Can we get costuming?
Makeup.
He sends Sora, Donald, and Goofy to the real world. And they're like, all right, we can't access this computer anymore until we figure out this password. So they search the office.
Tifa shows up because she's like, I'm gonna look around again. She takes this portrait of Ansem off the wall.
Yup.
That doesn't look like him though.
What are you talking about? It looks like Ansem Secret Darkness.
No,
he's
it
a
doesn't.
scientist.
Ari, you would have a very astute eye if that's what you believe.
It's a different person.
They knock over that portrait and they're like, oh shit, there's a bunch of markings.
What does it say?
Well, it mentions the DTD.
The
Door to darkness.
Hey, fellas. Did someone mention the door to darkness?
Is that the one where Mickey's just like?
Yeah, exactly. I wrote, this is where bullshit comes in spades. Welcome to the fucking show.
Oh my god, it's fucking Mickey Mouse. They're like, oh, we need the fucking password.
Well, I know that the door to darkness needed 7 princesses, including but not limited to Jasmine and 6 others.
Oh shit, maybe that's the fucking password. So they go to the computadora and they tell Tron, yo, the password is all of the 7 princesses of heart. And it's like, oh, your password
007,
actually needs a capital
And a number.
Special character. And they're like, oh, it's the 7 princesses of heart, but all capital and then an zero explanation point. And now it works. They get access to Ansem's files and an image of an old man pops up. And they're like, who the fuck is that? Colton? This is going to be very difficult to explain.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I think it's finally time.
What are you doing?
Good job,
Fucking
Andrew.
Oh god, this was a lot smoother in my head.
It just kind of seemed like a.
Alright. I'm gonna adjust the shot, I'm gonna adjust the frame.
That was such a long reveal.
Okay.
Is it okay, Colton's in front of my camera?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, yeah, I don't need to be here.
Mickey explains,
Boy almighty, that's Ansem the Wise.
and Sora, Donald, and Goofy are like, Ansem, we already killed that motherfucker in Kingdom Hearts 1.
He says that.
And then Mickey's like, uh-oh, I got some explaining to do.
That's his catchphrase now.
You didn't kill Ansem. You killed Ansem's Heartless.
Heartless can be like humanoids.
Yeah.
Does that mean he died then? His original form died.
Yes,
Okay.
that'll be explained. The leader of Organization 13 is Ansem's nobody. This is Ansem the Wise. That's who Mickey's like, yo, Ansem the Wise was this amazing ruler of Bastion, and he researched the heart. This guy right here in the portrait is not actually Ansem. This is a man named Xehanort. Xehanort is Ansem the Wise's apprentice.
You got it?
You got it?
So,
You following?
So Ari, are you following?
Ari?
Ari,
You can't just.
are you
Ari?
following?
Mickey has a flashback where he's kicking it with Ansem the Wise, and he's like, yo, you gotta stop doing all this dark research.
Ansem the Wise is like, this is all my fault. My research did this. Heartless and fucking Doors of Worlds.
Shits are going crazy.
Shit's be going crazy. My computer is Tron.
It's all fucked.
Colton, what is Ansem the Wise eating?
Some sea salt ice cream.
Ari, that's very important, and I cannot emphasize.
You're not gonna be able to save the world if you don't remember the sea salt
Sea
ice
salt
cream.
ice cream, that's very
He
important.
loves it.
Anyway, so Xehanort, his apprentice, comes in and he's like, hello, Master Ansem. I would like to continue this. And Ansem the Wise is a dick. He's like, enough with that. Fuck Fuck you! Stop that research right now, you bitch! This rat told me about all the shit that's happening.
Talk about Mickey Mouse.
Get the fuck out of there.
It's true. He just pops off.
He's mean, and I almost feel bad for Xehanort.
So he and the other apprentices turn against Ansem.
The wise. They banished him to the realm of darkness.
And they say, fuck you, we're gonna research this shit.
Hearts and darkness and the hearts of all worlds in search of this like power to control everything.
And when they do so, it causes the destruction of Bastion and themselves.
So they're like, all right, we'll fucking basically kill ourselves and we'll become nobodies and we'll follow you.
So then why would he call himself Ansem?
Well,
He just does. After this giant reveal,
all right, you keep going. I want to pee again.
there's a big ass explosion. They're like, yo, we gotta check that shit out. Heartless and Nobodies are popping off like crazy. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are like, we gotta make our way back to the town of Bastion because like shit's going crazy right now. Okay, there is a massive Heartless Scourge. We've never seen this many Heartless before. King Mickey cuts him off. Boys, we got this here. Get out of here.
Donald and Goofy, I am saying this verbatim. Sora, do as you're told. Goofy goes, you're coming with us whether you like it or not.
But they're winking at him.
Yeah. No, here's the thing, right? You're winking
They're
at
doing
him.
this in front
Here's
of
the thing,
Mickey
in front of
to
Mickey.
trick him.
The fact that Donald and Goofy can say that and Mickey,
I didn't even put that together,
Mickey
you're
doesn't
right.
even bat a fucking eye.
Yeah.
He's just like,
It's messed up.
That's fucking
dude.
right. You fucking put him in his place.
that's the kind of environment that Mickey has facilitated.
The trio run past Mickey. They're like, sorry, bitch. And they jump into the fray. They immediately come across organization member Demix. He says, dance, Water, dance.
Dance, water, dance!
He gets beaten. King Mickey's like, you're right. We got friends to help out here. Let's do it. An explosion goes off. Goofy's like, Your Majesty, look out! And he gets hit in the fucking skull.
Goofy got goofed.
He goes against the wall.
Goes limp.
Dude, he goes limp against the wall.
Oh my god.
They all go, oh my god! Oh, Goofy! And what does Mickey Mouse say?
They'll pay for this.
Hell yeah.
They'll pay for this.
He's up for
He
revenge.
rips his cloak off.
You see his shorts?
You
No,
see
he's fully naked.
His Chippendale.
His Chippendales are swanging in the wind.
He's not even gonna check the body. He's ready to go.
Nobody checks the body.
They run off. You fight alongside all the Final Fantasy guys. It's like a Final Fantasy fan's like wet dream. And everyone's like, oh! Then guess what? Goofy is
He's not.
alive.
He's not dead.
I get bonked in the head all the fucking
Why
time.
are you tripping balls?
It's almost like it's a cheap ploy to get emotion.
I don't think so.
No,
Okay.
that would be.
Why
that
would a
be-
con man
no.
do that?
Yeah.
No.
Not mine, Nomura. They run off into a ravine, right? They find Zemnis. And Mickey goes, oh my butt fucking god! I remember! Mickey chases after Zemnis. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are like, we gotta chase after them. But they're attacked by 1,000 Heartless.
Oh fuck.
You fight every
actually fight
single
them?
one of
You
them.
fight
Really?
You have to
1,000
count
Heartless.
them down.
We're gonna do it right now. All right, countdown from 1,000.
No, don't make
from
me
backwards, from 1,000 to 0. Go ahead.
25.
Okay.
Okay.
The trio catches up to Zemnis. They're like, yo, what the fuck's going on? Where's Riku? Where's Kairi? And Zemnis is like, yo, I don't know about no fucking Kairi, but I know about a Riku. And if you're so concerned, why don't you ask your king about him? He dips out into a portal, right? Then King Mickey is like, oh fuck, they're gonna ask me about Riku. And he jumps into the same portal. He would rather chase after the leader of Organization 13 than spill the beans about Riku.
I'm starting to see where Mickey learned it from Yensid, you know?
Oh my god.
Oh my fucking god! It's
He's like, here's how you avoid your problems.
here's what you do.
Axel shows up and he warns Sora that the organization is actually using him and the Keyblade to help with their goal. So then Sora is like, oh my god.
Got it, remember? And then Syax shows up and he's like, oh fuck, I gotta go.
The guys get
I
scared.
gotta fucking go.
But together, They basically explain that every Heartless slain with the Keyblade will release a captive heart that goes up into the realm of darkness. If enough of them gather, they'll weave together to form Kingdom Hearts.
That's how that happens.
This is the second way now.
There's a second way to get Kingdom Hearts. All right, there's 2
Don't
ways.
worry.
If you were like, oh, I hope there's no more than 2, guess what? There's probably at least more than...
At least 4.
At least
I'm
4.
breathing really heavily.
Well, guess who gets horny when they hear the word Kingdom Hearts? Maleficent shows up. She's like, Kingdom Hearts is mine, bitch. And then Sayax is like, sure. Then he fucking sends nobodies after her. Sora and you fuckheads, get out of here. I'll hold him off. She gets murked immediately by these fucking nobodies. Sayax is like, okay, now where were we? They're fighting these nobodies and these Heartless, right?
Yeah.
Sayax is like, yeah, feed Kingdom Hearts more hearts. Sora's like, he's confused because he doesn't know how to fight the Heartless without using the Keyblade, but also doesn't want to help the organization with their goal. Suddenly, Maleficent's like an echo in the wind.
You imbeciles. You can't trust to do nothing.
And then they get sucked into the realm of darkness.
Whoa.
And they disappear for a second.
She saves them. Maleficent wants Hollow Booty Asshole Castle. She literally just wants real estate.
And these nobodies are creeping on her real estate.
Oh,
Yup.
wait, what happened to Roxas?
He's inside Sora's heart.
Bro, we covered that like
that's
3
done?
hours ago.
That's done?
You have questions about Roxas
Wait,
now?
That's done?
And they were like, wow, we're in the realm of darkness. Riku, Kairi, where are you? Ansem
Handsome.
appears again and gives them this box. He dips out, right? Then inside the box is a sea salt ice cream popsicle and
Yes.
a picture of Roxas with his friends Hayner, Pence, and Olette.
How does the ice cream not melt? We don't. It must be very cold.
Magically, the sea salt ice cream lights up and it gets them out of the realm of darkness and back into their gummy ship and space, and they're fine.
That seems unnecessary.
He's eating poop.
Andrew, I don't look like that. Stop that.
During this like heartless invasion, it shows Xemnas slips this disc into Ansem's supercomputer and opens up a secret room.
There he goes down the stairs.
Stop.
Yeah. It's a lot of design, a lot of modeling.
He's not done walking down the spiral staircase.
Once he gets to the bottom of that stairwell, he actually walks through the castle dungeon and then finds himself in a place called the Chamber of Repose. He sits in the chair and he starts talking to an empty suit of armor. He calls it his friend. Then there's another fucking flashback cutscene.
It's an hour and a half of him walking down. Just kidding.
Actually, this is an escalator.
And this one's nuts. Before Castle Oblivion,
Yeah.
Zigbar is talking to Zexion. The leader of the organization is in this chamber of repose. He's always going there and he's talking to nobody. He doesn't know who's in that room. He's hiding something. He thinks there is another room in Castle Oblivion where is another one of Zenmus's, quote, friends.
The Chamber of Waking.
Of waking. And he's like, I think that's why we're going. Not for some bullshit traitorous other reason.
He and the first 6 members of the organization were actually all apprentices to Ansem the Wise. Zigbar says that he recruited Marluxia to the
Marluxia.
organization.
Marluxia.
How does Zigbar know Marluxia? That's a story for another time.
No.
We hit the Disney World.
Same world, different
sorry.
story.
So then we go back to Beast Castle. We learned about Zaldin, and he explains that the organization wants Kingdom Hearts, and when Kingdom Hearts is full, then everybody in the organization, the nobodies, will become real people.
They'll have hearts again.
They'll have hearts again.
Why would you yawn?
Zaldin, he's like, I'm gonna steal the rules from Beast and Belle. And then he's like, guess what? I got Belle as well. Okay, this is crazy. And she elbows him
In the
she elbows
gut.
him in the gut, and Zaldin lets go of the rose.
He's like,
Belle just books it.
This guy who has like 7 swords?
And like 42 sideburns.
and then he proceeds to be one of the most difficult bosses in the game.
Certain bosses in the game are
Yeah.
incredibly hard, and if you don't beat them and you die and you go, there's a little bar that pops up. I'm gonna give up or I'm gonna keep fucking fighting. If you don't give up.
You play as Mickey Mouse.
And Mickey's like,
And he is Yoda. Like, he just is
He's
whipping
fast.
ass. Yeah.
that's what Mickey does.
That's what he does.
Mickey, do you wanna pop up maybe near your wife?
Oh, I gotta.
And then he just runs. And just breaks it.
And then at the end of that story, Beast asks Belle to move in together. You go to a couple other bullshit Disney worlds.
You go back to Hall of Bastion. The computer's acting up again. The Heartless from Tron's world are being spit out into the real world. The Master Control program has gone rogue. Sora, Donald, and Goofy have to go back inside the Tron world to help Tron out. Together, they defeat the Master Control program.
Yep.
And Tron gives them a hug.
And it's long and it's uncomfortable.
Just like that.
And now
He gets down and he's like,
Come on.
I'm a hugger.
Don't walk away.
don't do that.
What does he do after he hugs them?
Grabs him.
No, he jumps off a cliff into an abyss.
Really?
Well, what he did is he jumped and became the new Master Control program.
they get outside. Tron, he's pixel arted all of you. And Donald's like, that's fucking amazing. Let me clack on these keyboards. Tron goes, ha ha ha, that tickles. Sora, with his fingers out, all right, I'm coming for you, Tron. Ha ha ha. And Tron's like, oh. The big reveal out of that is Tron is like, you know what?
Yep.
I found some files deep within inside of me.
He found the name that was originally given to the world of Hollow Booty Asshole.
Radiant Garden.
When I was a kid, I was like, oh my God, this is peak storytelling.
Sometimes I'll just tell Colton my name is something else.
Yeah.
And he's like, We go back to Twilight Town. Oh shit, I recognize that photo. It's the old mansion. They go to the mansion, and when they get there, Heinous, Pence, and Aled, they're passed out outside. They were just attacked by nobodies. They were going to go into the mansion. They think that they discovered a duplicate Twilight Town. They're like, there must be in this, I don't know how they get to this. There's 2 wallets. That must mean that there's a computer program inside of this old mansion where there's a separate Twilight Town. So Mickey joins them and he's like,
Oh, I found you. Haha. I know where Ansem the Wise is. But don't you dare ask me a fucking thing about Riku, okay? That's like my one rule. I'll help you find Ansem the Wise, but don't you fucking dare ask me about Riku, okay? I made him a promise.
Made him a promise?
Just shut the fuck
That
up.
means he's okay.
Sora, shut the fuck up. I swear to God.
That's what he does.
I will pummel you into the ground. So let's go into this mansion.
and so they find Ansem's computer, but they need the password. God, what did Ansem the Wise love?
It's the ice cream.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes! It's the sea salt ice cream. Pence is like, I got it.
He's like, I'm a computer guy.
And they're all transported to Data Twilight Town, where Roxas was from the beginning of the game. They're surrounded by nobodies. Axel swoops in and he sacrifices himself. He's laying there and he admits that he was the one that kidnapped Kairi because he thought it would bring Roxas back to him. He's like, Sora and Roxas are connected. If I capture Kairi, maybe some version of Roxas will come back.
Then he dips.
He leaves a hole and you go through Axel's hole. Oh, it's just
His
spread.
axe hole, if you
Is-
would.
Which takes them to the world that never was.
A world that almost was, but then it never was. Roxas appears to Sora. The two fight inside of Sora's heart. One of the things from the flashbacks that we learned is that Roxas was against the organization. I don't want to be a part of this fucking organization anymore. I want to take them down.
Roxas fights him to prove that if Sora beats him, then it was truly destiny for Roxas to kind of fail and go back to Sora.
We got another hour left.
No. Andrew, it's 1 a.m.
How long have we been recording?
4 hours.
That's insane. That's actually insane. We go into another flashback where we see Roxas basically be born.
Crowning.
Goofy's the doctor, and he's like, you gotta push, Miss Roxas.
It's Minnie.
Yeah,
A secret birth that happened without Mickey at the castle.
We can't tell anybody. We can't.
He just like wakes up in Twilight Town one day and Xemnas approaches him, right? Ari, wake the fuck up. I can give you purpose beyond anything that you fucking believe. The name Sora appears in front of Roxas.
Yeah.
Xemnas
Throws an X in that bitch.
The letters shuffle around. What do you get when you throw an X into a shuffled around Sora?
Roxas.
Hell
So Roxas
yeah.
is Sora's nobody?
He gets it.
Yes!
When did Sora die?
When did he turn into a Heartless? When did he turn into a Heartless, Ari?
Oh, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, when Ansem did that. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That kind of pieced a lot together. Axel and Roxas became best buds like in that time.
All right, we don't even have to talk about it because there's going to be an entire video game dedicated to those 358 over 2 days.
And you may be thinking, was it a huge release on like a major console?
Yes, that's what's going to happen. They ripped their ass way through the world that never was. Inside the Organization 13 dungeon, Kyrie's chilling there with Pluto. Naminé helps them escape. She's got nothing going on. As they're escaping the dungeon, Naminé and Kyrie run into Sayax. Sayax is immediately jumped by Ansem.
Is it?
Who do you think it is?
I forgot his name. Who's the friend?
Pence?
Pence.
It's right.
Not
it's Pence.
Pence.
You got it.
Pie
yes,
in your
dude.
face,
It's
it's
Pence.
Riku.
Right away, Naminé says, "You can take it from here, Riku."
No, okay.
And so, Kyrie's like, Riku! When he takes the hood off, he looks exactly like Ansem.
Not a bad trade.
The person that Diz was talking to was Riku.
Hollow booty asshole.
Can you move the laptop over there?
Inside the castle, Sora, he bumps into Sayax. Sayax is pretty pissed at this point. The organization's plan is going to shit. He's like, you know what? Organization has no fucking use for you anymore.
Yep.
Sora.
We've already made a Kingdom Hearts moon. This is Kingdom Hearts moon. We did that. Not you. You're a bitch. Fuck you. We don't need you anymore.
And before he dips, he summons more Heartless. And Sora's like, I can't defeat them because then it's gonna help them make more Kingdom Hearts. And then Kyrie and Riku show up. Kyrie's like, I'm gonna protect him this time.
Kyrie, who's been useless thus far in 3 games, she Mission Impossible jumps off. Sora! And you're like, fuck yeah, Kyrie's gonna do something. She lands and she's like, She gets bombarded by Heartless.
She doesn't land on the floor that Sora's at. She lands on like another balcony.
She's not even near him.
Yeah. Out of nowhere, Riku gives her a Keyblade.
And Kyrie has the audacity to look Ansem Riku in the eye. Let's go help Sora. He's useless without us.
You're right. While they fight Heartless, Mickey is ripping his ass way through fucking the world that never was castle.
Sorry.
He comes across Diz, knocked out on the ground. Diz is like, each time I reveal myself.
Oh,
A shriveled,
God.
nude old man body stands.
Diz nuts.
Diz nuts.
Gotcha.
Diz reveals himself to be Ansem the Wise. King Mickey is like, holy shit, you've been Ansem the Wise this whole time. Ansem the Wise is like, hey Mickey, I got this machine. I'm gonna use it to cause some revenge on the Organization 13. They roll off together. Back at the gang, Sora is confronted by Zigbar.
He has an eye patch.
Eyes on Zigbar, folks. This time,
One eye.
he goes, man, did the Keyblade pick a dud this time? You don't look like half the heroes others were. We've known up until Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora is the Keyblade's chosen one.
So there have been previous.
That's what they're implying.
Later.
Once Zigbar is defeated, Sora runs into the Riku, Ansem, and Kyrie, and they have a cute little hug. Then Kyrie explains that the Ansem that's with them is actually Riku. He drops to his knees. He is in tears. I looked everywhere for you.
I'm so tired. I'm like Fully fading.
Sora fights Luxord. Nothing battle. We don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Cards.
He's some kind of gambler. He's got cards.
And he turns you into a paradise.
Then you fight Syax. Ultimately, he dies.
While all this is happening, Ansem the Wise is setting up this cannon outside with Mickey, and he plans on shooting at the Heart Moon. He's like, I want to reclaim the hardest data, and I shit you not, Mickey goes,
I don't know what you just said.
and Ansem the Wise goes,
Me neither.
he doesn't even know what he's own saying.
Up until this point, everyone keeps calling Sora Roxas.
Yes.
Sora goes, why the fuck are they all calling me Roxas? Riku's like, well, dude, that's because Roxas is your nobody. The organization was using Roxas because he could wield the Keyblade
Because
through
Sora
you.
could.
Their whole goal was we need to collect hearts, and Roxas is the only one that can collect hearts for them.
Roxas betrays the organization, and Riku is sent to go retrieve him by Ansem the Wise, because that's the only way to recomplete Sora. He's a missing chunk of Sora. Sora can't wake up unless that missing chunk comes back. When Riku went to fight Roxas to throw him into the Data Twilight Town, he had to use the power of darkness to defeat Roxas. That's why he became what looks like Ansem, Seeker of Darkness.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you know what's actually pretty sick? Oh my god. In the Riku has a blindfold, and that's because he can't even look at himself. He's so dark. Because if he does, he's gonna know what he really is, and then he's gonna turn into Billy Zane. Splish splash, we're having some fun. Show the rhythm of the music.
We gotta do the swimmy.
We're gonna have some finny fun. Ansem the Wise, he is still shooting this moon with fucking data. He's like,
Oh shit, I should have known that hearts are incalculable.
so Sora appears and Ansem is like, dude, I fucked this whole thing up. It's so bad. This is gonna blow up. My heart is telling me I gotta blow up with this machine. And Mickey's like, okay.
Gotta listen to his heart, so just let him be.
You know, there's losses on both sides.
Yeah.
It's part of it.
Zemnis appears. He's still shooting the moon. And he's like, I knew someone was messing with my heart, Moon. You're an old fuck who started this.
And then him and Ansem the Wise just fucking go at it.
Or you're a fool if you think you can do this. And then he's like,
well, I'm only a fool because you're a fool. I'm actually your apprentice, you dumbass.
well then a fool of a foolish apprentice is what you
well,
are.
okay, well, then a fool of a fool of a fool.
Well, basically then, we're all fools because only a fool would do this.
And then he nukes himself.
It's back. Those little hearts fall to the ground and they spawn heartless. They wake up and Riku is fucking back to normal. Fuck yeah, the team is back together. Let's beat Zemnis's ass.
Yeah.
The castle floods with Heartless. Maleficent and Pete
Back.
Yeah, dude.
appear. She's like, I want to destroy the Heartless so I can buy the
Dude, she wants
castle.
the castle.
This one's got
a
guest room.
This one's
It's a little small.
It's not in a great
Good
neighborhood.
schools nearby.
Nah.
I'm gonna help you, Sora, but don't think anything else because I'm a bad person. So they find Zemnis and he's mourning the loss of his heart moon and he's like, fuck, this is bad. Then he rises up and he's like, all right, fucking enough of this. I understand the power of the heart. Anger and hate fuel the heart. And they're like, no, fuck you. It doesn't. It's actually love.
Friends.
Lust?
Surprising amount of lust.
Oh, yeah.
A door appears and Zemnis fucks off through that and they're like, all right, Zemnis is through that door.
Mickey claims that the door that appears is because the worlds want them to like save
Yes,
it.
because you know the worlds have hearts.
Yeah.
The world is like, enter me. Just come inside of me. Zemnis is there, I promise. Oh, you'll help the world if you just slither inside of me.
I'm, like,
please.
totally
I
okay
have
with
this
it.
door wide open.
I'm so
please.
self-lubricated.
Oh. And Riku's like, I'm so fucking dark. How am I supposed to face everybody? And Sora goes,
Like this. And they laugh.
Meanwhile, we've
Had
just
to do
watched
it.
a man explode.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now is super not the time. After that, Namine appears and she opens an escape portal. And the gang, they all run through, except for Kairi and Sora. Namine and Roxas meet again. And they're like, anytime that Sora and Kairi are together, so will they. Now, why would Namine be there?
Nominee, Kairi's, nobody.
Yeah!
When did she die?
Kairi is a princess of heart. She has no darkness in her heart. She can't become a heartless, because heartless are beings of pure darkness. So when she loses her heart, which is when Sora stabs himself,
Her heart was in
his.
Sora, so he released
his.
Two.
for all intents and purposes, 2.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Her heart basically piggybacked off of Sora's body and soul and created Namine. Sora's
So real.
We're taking this to the end, folks.
I thought we did the final
almost
battle.
there. Kairi goes off into that portal, and just as she goes off into the portal closes. Guess what? Xemnas ain't dead. Bitch, he's back on his dragon. So they hop on this little spaceship thing, and they go, and they shoot the dragon out of the sky, and then they fight Xemnas on his little throne again, and then they all get sucked into this fucking realm that's like, there's just nothing going on there except Xemnas in a new sexy robe.
Look at that robe.
Look at that robe.
He looks like all of the Rock's tattoos, but on a sweatshirt.
You fight Xemnas with Riku and Sora. He does this sick thing where he creates a dome of laser beams, and you have to press triangle and X to deflect them. Hundreds of laser beams going at you.
Yeah.
Xemnas fades, leaving both of them in this realm of in-between. Riku and Sora have this really cute moment where they reconcile with each other, and they're like, hey man, like, I've always admired you.
Yeah.
I've always admired you.
I've always been
You're my
jealous
best
of you,
friend.
man.
I've been jealous of you. When they're sitting on the beach in the realm of darkness,
Guess what?
what do you think washes
ashore?
It's the letter from the beginning that Kairi sent out.
Oh my
I don't understand logistically how, because she was
Neither do we.
She was on a different-
Neither do we.
She said it was gonna find him. It was gonna find
Neither
Sora.
do
he's on a different like
we.
planet realm.
It found him. You wrote down the whole letter?
Yeah, I wrote down the whole letter.
Okay, ready?
Hello, Sora. It's me, Kairi. I want to blend with you. It begins and ends with you. The sky, the worlds are connected. We are the one. We are the children.
We are the one.
Love, Kairi.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, pretty much.
A beam of light shows up. It's the door to light. And Sora's like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. They
Great.
jump through this door of light. They fucking asteroid out of the sky into the water of Destiny Island, where they're reunited with the gang.
Riku picks up Mickey like Dirty Dancing, and it's something to behold. Dirty
How heavy
Dancing.
you think Mickey Mouse is?
You think he's like
55
surprised?
I was gonna say like 25 pounds.
You think you pick him up and be like, Jesus
heavy?
I
Christ?
think he'd be like a Pokemon, like surprisingly
Maybe like a 45
dense.
pound.
Yeah, like 45, 55 pounds.
Yeah, that probably
Awkward
makes
and
sense.
awkward amount of
Yeah.
weight.
When Riku picks up Mickey, the rig of his model fucks up his thumb.
Oh really?
And his thumb is huge.
Mickey's still like not going home.
No, he's still ignoring his wife. We don't see Mickey greet his wife until the post credits of this game.
And it's really passive aggressive.
And it's like, he's like,
Honey, I'm home.
she's like,
Great. Fucking great.
she like reaches out and she holds a photo of Goofy in her hand. And
What
she's
could've
like,
been?
and so concludes Kingdom Hearts
2.
And you
And I.
there's a secret ending that we gotta talk about. Okay. A bottle shows up. Kairi gives the bottle to Sora, and it's from King Mickey. He's like, I gotta go.
It's an old man, bald man, and he's walking and with his hands behind his back, and then another like weird Power Ranger like morphs out of him. Three
ODST.
there's 3 Power Rangers that fight him, and then the old man, he's moving mountains with his hands,
Yeah.
and
He's making keyblades that are like rusted and in the ground move around.
looks like some sort of Keyblade graveyard.
Thanks for watching. We'll be back for 358 over 2 days and recoded.
I love you. Jens is a bitch. We have a Patreon. If you love and support this content, we're gonna have an unedited version of this. It is now the longest video that we've ever made at 5 hours. Follow us at Catch Kids Podcast everywhere else that you can find us. Instagram.
And mostly Instagram.
And
YouTube,
pretty much
Patreon.
just
We got
Instagram.
Patreon.
Yeah.